Today we're going to be installing new engine mounts on my Jeep TJ. Now the one important note that you have to remember when installing engine mounts or transmission mounts is they have to be made from the same material. So what I mean by that is usually from the stock you're probably going to have a rubber transmission mount and a rubber engine mount, which is perfectly fine. I switched to poly for my transmission mount, so today I'm going to switch the engine mount to a poly as well. So that's the one important thing that you have to remember is you don't want to run a rubber engine mount and a poly transmission mount, because that's going to cause your engine and transmission, which are connected, to move at different speeds. Best place to get your floor jack underneath is right here underneath your bell housing. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and loosen the bolts to the motor mounts. You got two on the bottom and then one coming through the side. Loosen them all. Do not take anything out yet. Once you get both sides loose, go ahead and pull one motor mount off. Now I'm just going to go to the passenger side. It's a little easier to get to, and then as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and pull that bolt out that goes from the engine mount to the motor mount itself, and then we'll go and pull the whole motor mount out. Okay, so I got the driver's side motor mount off. As you can see, it's pretty worn out. Don't have to keep that at all. You will keep the one bolt, I believe, because this just comes with one bolt. Pretty easy to assemble these if you've ever put any kind of lift kit on or done any kind of arms that you've purchased on your Jeep, the control arms. Usually they'll come with this kind of setup. Pretty easy. You're going to put some grease on these, pound this bushing in this side, this bushing will go in this side, and then when you get those in, you're going to put the cylinder through completely until it's flush with the outside, just like that. And once we get that done, we'll go ahead and assemble this on the driver's side. Now, it's a good idea when you put all these bolts through, don't tighten them up all the way, just hand tighten them just so they can't come out. We'll do the passenger side, and then when we're completely done, we'll torque everything to spec. Alright, so the bolts are tight. One thing to keep in mind is these holes are all slotted, so these mounts can kind of move around. So it kind of makes it easy, like I said, if you loosen everything prior, both sides, because then you can kind of shift the engine over a little bit if you need to get this motor mount out, because there's not a whole lot of room in there. And sometimes the AC can kind of get in the way. I didn't really have an issue. But that can be one issue. And if that is the case, you can actually take the whole entire mount off the engine. That actually mounts to the engine, not the motor mount itself, but what the motor mount mounts to on the engine. So if you have to take that all off, you can to get around the AC. So we're we're all done. I went over and torqued everything to specs. I'll try to throw this torque specs up on this video so you have them. Other than that, the biggest things to remember is make sure you use a floor jack when doing this. Underneath the bell housing, don't put it underneath the oil pan, and also don't unbolt both sides at the same time. So you can loosen them up, that's fine, just don't take the bolts completely out on both sides, otherwise the engine is going to go all over the place. And it's going to make it a lot harder for installation because then you're going to be fighting with the engine. The only difference, this video can kind of work for doing a motor mount lift or just changing the motor mounts out. If you're doing just the motor mounts, you shouldn't have to worry about the fan shroud as long as you're not lifting it, jacking it up too high, which you shouldn't be. You're just jacking that engine up just enough to take pressure off of the body mount or of the motor mount itself. If you're doing a motor mount lift, like a 1-inch motor mount lift like this spacer right here, you're going to want to unbolt your fan shroud. And that's only because when you jack up your engine, your fan shroud and your fan are going to be interfering with each other, and it's going to want to bind. So, and once you get the motor mount lift done, you're going to probably have to move that fan shroud up a little bit, and you might have to cut it a little bit as well to make clearance. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any comments or questions, let me know.